They're not going to be able to go to a restaurant. They're not going to be able to stop at a gas station. They're not going to be able to shop at a department store. The people are going to turn on them. They're going to protest. They're going to absolutely harass them.
Now, that threat from Auntie Maxine has now extended to include people who are running as Republicans. Now, there have been at least 8 violent attacks on Republicans just this year. Republican politicians, their staffers, and their offices where they work have frighteningly become a recurring target for political violence. And one of the more recent cases out of Minnesota might be the worst one yet. Local House candidate Shane Mecklin was out at a restaurant when a man approached him, punched him in the face, leaving him concussed. He was knocked out. Mecklin is still recovering from the incident, which he believes was politically motivated. Shane joins us now. Shane, tell us a little bit about your assailant. Did you know him before the assault?
No, I did not know him, and I walked into this place to inquire about renting or using a banquet room that they have for a political function for the Republican ticket in our area, and the owner was not there, but somebody brought, said, how's the campaign going? So there was a conversation. Several people throughout the time would come and go, but this gentleman did eventually come around, and there was conversation with him. It did not seem bad in the beginning. And then somebody to my right started talking to me, so I looked away. When I heard this out of my left ear, this guy say, "You bleeping people don't give a bleep about the middle class," and he literally punched me somewhere right about in here, which I was in a chair, which had sent it flying backwards. When my head hit the floor, that was the last thing I remember. I was told by one of the witnesses that he then, this is a very big man, 6.5 feet tall at least, and probably somewhere between 270 to 300 pounds, with very big hands, I might add, that he jumped down on top of me, and apparently he wasn't done, but luckily the folks nearby were able to pull him off and throw him out.
Okay, so so now he has not been arrested, and you do believe this is politically motivated, targeting you because you're a Republican? Did you know he was following you? Like, how would he know that you're going into this banquet room? I'm not questioning. I'm just trying to figure this out.
No, when I walked in, there was a group of people around. So, and the one gal, she brought up, how's the campaign? So it started with this younger man saying, campaign for what? And then he told me his story. He actually got a yard sign from me that we wouldn't put in his vehicle. And then as he went away, this other person moved in, and we started talking. He actually took my lit piece, and we shook hands prior to all this. And then this comment comes out of nowhere when I'm looking away, and this I never saw it coming. The doctor said it might actually been in my benefit in one hand because I would have tensed up, and he probably would have done a lot more damage. But
do you feel like the threats? Hold on. Do you feel like the intimidation and the call to get in people's faces? You just heard Auntie Maxine Waters. Is that fueling this violence?
I actually put that on Facebook in a response to somebody sending me well wishes when they heard about this. Her name, Hillary's name, and Eric Holder in a local paper, and literally tore me apart and said, insinuated how would their comments affect rural Minnesota. So I don't know if they don't think we have TVs or radios out there, but it's obviously very much tied together. They are stirring up the pot with people, and I personally, did not sign up to get sucker punched and then knocked out. I don't wish a concussion on anybody. This is one of the most awful things I've ever had happen to me, and I certainly don't want this to be the environment my 12-year-old daughter is brought up in going forward in life. I mean, up here in Minnesota, we have a lot of really close races, and we have a DFL governor who's going on sanctuary state versus our Republican who's completely normal and less taxes and less government.
The idea, Shane, that Minnesota will elect this left-wing Democrat governor, forget about it. Minnesota, you got to wake up. I mean, if this kind of attack on a guy running for District 15B at a rural area, is this just okay now? This is what the Democrats have come to? This is insanity. I hope you are okay. I know you're not really able to go out campaigning now because of this injury. Shane, please feel better. Take care of yourself. Get surrogates out there to campaign for you. But you need to pull out a win, okay? And
we'll do.
We're sorry about what happened to you, and stand strong. All right, we have